Kia ora and welcome to the Zingspiration for January the 22nd, 2011. Today's Zing is a little bit of a look at happiness and the idea that we are not responsible for other people's happiness. This can be a bit of a challenging idea in that we often hope that we're going to make the people around us happy, and that might be within our intimate relationships or with friends or with our family. And what can come about is a sense that we're not succeeding, so we're not able to make someone happy. And that's true. Someone's happiness doesn't come from the external environment, it comes from something inside themselves. And I use in the written Zing the example of musicians, and with a muso, I know that I am not my husband's happiness. I'm part of it, but his music is a huge part of what keeps him happy. And so for him and for our relationship, knowing that means that I can support his music, and I can, when he's feeling blue about it, give him a bit of a boost. I can encourage him to go and do that music, knowing that that's his happiness. And in that way, I'm not responsible for his happiness, but I am able to encourage it. And in the same vein, he's not the 100% of my happiness, and my happiness comes from my writing and from Zing, and so he encourages me to do those things that make me happy. And I think in that way you can encourage, but you can't create that happiness for someone. And some people find it very difficult to grasp that, because they're so used to doing everything for everybody else. Their priority list has them way down the list, as opposed to being relatively high at the top of that list. And I think that was a challenging part of last week's Zing, was the idea that you've got to put your oxygen mask on first. And lots of people don't know how to do that. So they're more likely to do everything for everybody else until they fall over. And it's usually their body or their mind that wakes them up. And I think that it's the same with happiness. We like to think we're going to make everybody happy. Reality is we're not. So in that respect, helping you to understand where your happiness comes from also helps the people around you have some space to create their happy place. And I've given the example of my husband and I, but those with children, it's the same thing. You can create an environment where they can find happiness. You can create all the things that are there for them, but they need that role model of you being happy, and of you finding your happiness, and of you looking after yourself. And if you don't provide that, if you constantly sacrifice, then you're going to create children that do as well. And there's healthy forms of sacrifice, but there's a lot of unhealthy forms as well. So remember, if nothing else from today, that you are responsible for your happiness, that you are the source of your happiness with the things that you do. It comes from the inside. And if you're wanting to encourage other people to be happy, then know that they have to find what makes them happy, and the best you can do is encourage them to keep doing those things. So welcome, and once again, to the new people to the Zingspiration. For a written kind of version of this, it is a little bit different what gets written and what comes to camera. You can go to zingsessions.wordpress.com and subscribe there to receive it as well. And until next time, namaste, many blessings. I look forward to seeing you again soon.